Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Excuse the harsh lighting. The sun's just directly on my face right now, but whatever. Today I'm doing another race recap for you. So this will be club racing. It was Thursday's racing last week and I was racing in group 3, which is awesome. We started off with an 1,000-meter race, which is 9 laps, then a 500, which is 4.5, and then finished off with a 1,500, which was a long 13.5 laps. So anyway, I'll show you guys the clips. I'll talk you through them, do a bit of a voiceover. Yeah, it was such an amazing time. It's always good racing. But yeah, I finally felt like I was making some improvements in racing this week, which is really, really nice. I mean, I'm constantly making improvements. That's one good thing, but I could like feel them when I was skating. I don't have my times back yet, so I don't know if I got PBs or if my times were like on the better end for me or not, but based on feel, I'm pretty happy with how I skated. But anyway, let's talk over the details now. Okay, so let's jump into it. This is the 1,000-meter race, or 9 laps. You can see to the left there, we're just starting off. There we go, a decent start. It's not super important for the 1,000. I just wanted to slot in and sort of be able to keep up and get a bit of a draft. That was my main thing. I also didn't want to lead, so I didn't want to do a super fast start and then be forced into leading and drafting everyone. But luckily here, I'm in 3rd position, just drafting nicely, trying to hold a steady pace. The plan is just to hold a steady pace, draft for like 5 laps and then take off with about 4 laps to go. Now I'm back in 4th position as Ray got in front of me. I kind of let him pass me, to be honest, because you have to decide whether it's worthwhile blocking a competitor from passing you or not. If they're going to beat you anyway, you may as well not block them, because that's just a waste of your energy. So I didn't bother blocking Ray. I just let him pass me because I knew reality was he was going to pass me at some point anyway. My main objective was just to get past Tony, who's in the red in front of me, because he's about my speed, so I knew I could beat him if I really pushed it. So yeah, just trying to figure out which time is the best to pass him. And passes, as you know from previous races, aren't always a strong point of mine, but I'm working on them constantly. So here I'm still sussing out when to pass him. I knew an outside pass would be too difficult because he is really fast and quite strong. So here I just tried an inside pass. It was a little bit dodgy. I definitely, like, it could have been a penalty almost. I kind of dive bombed him on the inside, which wasn't amazing, but I got past him, so I'm happy with that, to be honest. Yeah, and then I just tried to maintain my lead in front of him and then get around through and complete those 9 laps. So not my best pass, but definitely better than previous passes I've attempted where I've gotten penalties. So I'm not too unhappy with that. Okay, so now we're jumping into the 500. Here's a close-up of my start. I started in position 4. I was actually very happy with that start. It was probably one of the best starts I've done in a long time. Now we're going to switching to a different view again. Here's a start. It's harder to see from far away. But yeah, I was pretty happy with my start, and I have been reminded by a skating friend that it's about how you speak to yourself, and I don't think she was right when she pointed out that it's not always positive to just decide that I'm not good at starts or I'm not good at something, because it's just a negative state of mind. So I'm no longer going to say that I'm bad at starts, because I'm not bad. I'm working on them and I'm constantly improving, and this racing shows that I was improving. So in this 500, I attempted a different kind of pass. Here you should be able to see it now, and it's so much smoother. So we're going to switch to another view now to see the same pass. Here I go around, and then a nice clean pass, which is one of the first I've ever done. It was very exciting in the moment. Another skating friend sat me down after my previous race in the 1,000 and talked me through how to do a clean inside pass, and I took on his advice, and yeah, it was really helpful. It felt so cool actually doing like a clean pass, because most of the time I feel like mine are a little bit on the dodgier side, so it felt amazing to just be able to do that clean pass. And then there's me finishing the 500 nice and quick. So yeah, that's the 500 done. Now we're into the 1,500. Here is the start. I'm in lane 2 and off we go. I did kind of fall a little bit in that start. You could see a few steps into it, but it wasn't a bad start. And luckily, Tony's in the red. We pushed Ray into leading, into drafting. I did not want to draft at 1500, so I'm glad I didn't have to. I sat behind Ray. Here is another view of the start. So come up to the start. My starts have definitely come a long way, and they're always something I need to work on, but I'm happy with how they're progressing, and I'm also happy with my tactics and being able to do so many club racing sessions. It's really good to get experience trying tactics, even seeing how my passes have improved from a few races ago to now. Like, you can actually see the difference, so that's really nice, and I'm actually really liking doing this style of analysing my races. It'll be good to look back on for me. And also it gives you guys kind of an insight to skating, especially if you're not familiar with short track and all of that sort of side of it. But anyway, here we are in the 1500. I'm in position 2, drafting off Ray. He was pushing the pace, like it was a bit uncomfortable, but it definitely wasn't a super fast pace or anything too hard. My goal this whole race, like, my legs were so dead. My goal was just to keep up with Ray, just to get through the 1500, the 13 and a half laps. It feels like such a long race, especially after the 500. So yeah, we're all just a nice little unit here, drafting. Rudy was sitting behind me, and I kind of knew he was going to overtake me at some point because he's the fastest in our group here. And again, I didn't put up a fight when he passed me because you've got to pick your battles. I knew he was going to pass me, so there wasn't a point wasting my energy, especially I felt like I didn't have much energy in this race. I was very tired. So here we are, still going around. Tony falls and crashes there, but the three of us just keep going. I feel like there's not much to say in a 1500. It's so hard to fit all the words into a 500 and explain it in such a short amount of time, but then we do the 1500 and I feel like I have nothing to talk about because we're just kind of mooching about on the rink. So yeah, just still got a bunch more laps to go here. You can see now I'm in position 3. Rudy has passed me. He passed me at the other end of the rink. I didn't put up a fight, although I do wish I had gotten behind him and drafted off him in the pass and then possibly passed Ray with him, because I think that would have been a good time to do it. My legs were definitely tired by the end, and I think I should have taken the opportunity to push a little bit harder at maybe laps 7 or 8 and try and get past Ray and just see what happened, because I did actually have some energy in my legs at that point, but as the race went on, I was getting more and more tired. You can see there's a bit of a gap opening up behind Rudy and Ray there, and in between me, as my legs are getting more and more tired. So you can see the gaps getting bigger and bigger, and at this point I'm just too tired to even attempt catching up or passing. I was just really happy to finish it, and I did finish it close to them, which was really nice. I did my goal of wanting to stay as close to them as I possibly could. You can see we're all so tired going around here. But yeah, that's the 1500, finished 3rd. I was pretty happy keeping up with Ray and Rudy. That was just my goal, was to pace off them. So yeah. Okay, so that's my little racing recap done from Thursdays. I'm loving doing these racing recaps for you all, and I think I'll keep them as a regular feature here. I feel like they're really good for me to look back on and all that stuff, like I was saying just before in the video. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, turn on notifications, because that all supports me. My channel helps me to be able to create more videos for you guys like this. Also, if you want to support my skating, my racing, my training, all that sort of stuff, you can click the links in the description to help support me with my training. Yeah, anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.